Hello, grade 7 students. Today I will be discussing solving one-step equation. So again, let us recall what is a solution. So a solution is any value of the variable that makes the equation a true statement. So for today, we're going to solve for the solution of each of the linear equations, and particularly linear equations. So the one that we're going to solve are just linear equations. So in short, this is a degree equation whose graph is a straight line. So in short, the highest exponent of our variable here is 1. So therefore, we will only have one value for x of each of the equations here. And the property that we're going to use for this type of equation, or for this solution, is the multiplication property of equality and addition property of equality. So let us start. Let us now solve linear equation. So our first example is equation, or solve for the value of x given the equation x minus 6 is equal to 8. So as you can see here, we can use, or we can apply addition property of equality, because we need to solve for the value of x. So in using APE, we just need to add the opposite of negative 6 here. So we have here negative 6. So just get the opposite, which is positive. So we're going to add its opposite on both sides of the equation. So we have here like this. So as you can see, negative 6 plus 6, the answer here is 0. So therefore, the final answer will be x equals 14. Okay, another one. X plus 7 is equal to 42. Get the opposites of 7. So that will be negative 7. And that opposite is the one that we're going to add on both sides of the equation. That is, again, the property that we use here is addition property of equality. So, adding negative 7 on both sides of the equation, again, so 7 plus negative 7, the answer is 0. And then 42 plus negative 7, the answer here is 35. So again, please do remember our properties or rules in adding integers. Okay, that will also be very important here. Okay, another example. So given the equation, or we're going to solve again for the given variable. Okay, given the equation x plus 10 is equal to negative 16. Okay, so I will be teaching you another method. Aside from using AP here, we can use the word transposition. So as we transpose, just as do remember that every time we transpose a number or expression to the other side of the equation, we change the sign. So here, we just need the value of x. So what our goal here is to remove this 10. So what are we going to do is just to simply transpose 10 on the other side. So this positive 10 will become negative 10. So that will be negative 65 minus 10. Actually, that is also addition property of equality. So that is just a shortcut way on how we use addition property of equality. And just simplify the numbers. So we have negative 65 minus 10. The answer is negative 75. So the value of x is negative 75. Another example. So x minus 8 equals negative 24. So as you can see here, we just need to solve for the value of x. So this negative 8, so please grade 7 include the sign. So what we're going to do with negative 8 is to transpose it on the other side. So as we transpose negative 8, that will become positive 8. So that will be x equals negative 24 plus 8. So the answer will be negative 16. Okay, another example. So we have here 4 equals x minus 7. So as you can see here, our x is on the right side of the equation. X is already positive, so do not transpose this one on the left side. Okay, do not anymore remove it, because if we're going to transpose it on the other side, it will become negative. And again, as we solve a linear equation, the variable should always be positive, or the coefficient or the numerical coefficient of the variable should always be positive. So what are we going to do is just to simply transpose negative 7 on the other side of the equation. Okay, so that will become now positive 7. So here we have now positive 7. So from negative 7, again, you transpose, so it will become now positive 7. So just simply add 4 plus 7, the answer will be 11. Or you can change this one, okay, you can simply write x equals 11, and it's just the same because the property that we use here is symmetric property. Another example, negative 12 equals x plus 3. So x here is already positive. So what am I going to do is to simply transpose positive 3 on the other side. Okay? So just copy negative 12. Okay? So again, grade 7, negative 12. You did not transpose negative 12, so that will still be negative 12. And then this positive 3, it's positive. So you transpose it on the other side of the equation, so it will become now negative. So equals x, and then simplify. Negative 12 minus 3 is equal to negative 15. Okay? And again, as you check our answer, what are you going to do is to simply copy the equation and then substitute the value that we have here. And then if the statement will have a true statement, therefore our solution is correct. Okay? Another example. Okay, so we have here 6x equals 24. Here, we're going to apply the division property of equality. We need to remove 6 here beside x. So as you can see, the only thing that we can do here is just to simply divide 6 by itself, which is 6, or we're going to multiply the given equation by the reciprocal of 6, which is 1/6. Okay, but it will be easier for us to simply divide both sides of our equation by 6. Okay, so as you can see here, 6 divided by 6, the answer is 1. That's why we just need to simply divide our expression to the numerical coefficient of x, because a number divided by itself, the answer is 1. So as we divide 24 divided by 6, the answer here is 4. Okay, another example, we have here 4x is equal to 8. Okay, the next step is to divide both sides by 4. So that will be 4 divided by 4. The answer is 1. 18 divided by 4. 18 is not divisible by 4. Okay, so no need for us to change it into decimal number. No need to change us into mixed number. What we are going to do is just to simply get its simplest form. So 18 over 4, the lowest term is 9 over 2. So therefore, the value of x is 9 over 2. Okay? Next one will be negative 2x equals 6. So as you can see here, okay, the numerical coefficient of negative 2. So just simply divide the given expression to the numerical coefficient of x, which is negative 2. So divide both sides of our equation by negative 2, because negative 2 divided by negative 2, the answer is positive 1. So the remaining will just be simply x. And then here, 6 divided by negative 2, the answer is negative 3. Okay? So next, let us go now to our last example here, our last slide. Okay? So x over 8 is equal to negative 4. Okay? Our goal now again is to solve for the value of x. So here, our denominator is 8, or we have a fractional statement here. So what we are going to do here is just to simply divide both of the equation by the denominator. So our denominator here, it's 8. So what are we going to do is just to simply multiply both sides of our equation by 8. Okay, so again, so as we multiply 8 times x over 8, it is also, we can also use cancellation here. Okay, it's easier compared to multiplying the two fractions here. Okay, so just simply divide 8 divided by 8, the answer is 1, or you can use cancellation. So 1 times x, the remaining will just be x. And then negative 4 times 8, the answer is negative 32. Okay, the next one. Okay, so here, if I were you, include the sign as you multiply both sides of the equation. So just multiply both sides of the equation by negative 2. So that negative 2 divided by negative 2, the answer is positive 1. So 1 times x, the remaining will just be x. And then 9 times negative 2, the answer is negative 18. Okay, and for the last one, it will just be the same, because 1/3 x is also the same as writing it into x over 3 equals 6. Okay, so they are just the same. Okay, so we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 3. So that will be 3 divided by 3. The answer is 1. So 1 times x, the answer will just be x. And then, don't forget, so 6 times 3, the answer here is 18. Okay, so that's it. I hope you learned from this video. Keep watching grade 7. Thank you so much. See you again on my next video. Thank you.